Well, hello everybody. I hope you like this introduction, with the music. Yeah, just terrific. I'm so happy how it all just blended together. This is basically me sending up the Namtu rocket. No, Kamtu, pardon me, which stands for Kerbal and Mun Topography Unit. Now, I'm using the ISA MapGen mod, which is basically a topography mod, so I'm not sure if you can see it now, but you're going to be able to see it later. I have a sort of radio disc on top of my Stay Putnik probe. It's running on a Nion rocket engine in the last stage. Right now we are using my second stage engine right now, a very big engine. The mainsail, of course, 1500 kilonewtons. We're gonna go in a polar orbit. If you're wondering why I'm not orbiting or thrusting towards west, it's because satellites go in a polar orbit because when your planet rotates once and you're in an orbit where one rotation takes less than 1 day, you're always covering new grounds and new terrain, so you can scan new grounds and new terrain. Right now we're just of course thrusting it up. We are going for a pretty steep descent, but it's because I do not want my apoapsis to be, 1,000 kilometers. So I'm trying to make the shape of my orbit at relatively low altitude, but here of course the atmosphere is not an obstacle. At 50 kilometers it's basically gone. But not quite, of course. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing in later videos, but I thought it could be kind of cool showing out this spot here. For some reason, maybe I'm just stupid, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I cannot activate my topography satellite. I cannot activate for my satellite dish, which is kind of weird. I had expected if you right-click on the satellite dish itself, like you can right-click on your rockets, to deactivate your rockets or to extend your solar panels. I would expect it to be the same way with the satellite unit, but I'm not sure. Here we're decoupling into my third stage, using this rocket here just to put me in orbit. As you can see, we're now at 85 kilometers in altitude, and my apoapsis was a bit higher than I had expected. I had hoped to go in, pretty circular orbit around 120 kilometers above Kerbal, but yeah, it's not the case. So we're just gonna be floating a bit further out in space, which is fine. Once again, it's kind of weird. I'm having problems controlling my ship. It must be because I'm not putting RCS thrusters on it. Yeah, because RCS, if you're new to the game, they can basically help you control your ships in space, make them rotate, make them turn around. If you have big spacecrafts, I highly recommend RCS to move it around. They're also used for docking maneuvers. Docking, it's gonna come up later. I'm not the best docker, and I would wish I was as good as other YouTubers, but it's just gonna be practice. But hey, maybe it's fun to just look at people who aren't so good at docking, because most of the times I've been going in at a half meter per second, and I didn't look at the docking port from the right perspective, so I came in basically, so my solar panel hit the docking port instead, and everything just comes in a horrific, and I say horrific spin. So my big space shuttle, it's just spinning around now, and I can't, yeah, well, I can try and make a video one day, maybe next week, maybe never. So we're just time warping up here to the apoapsis, because it's when you're prograde vectoring or prograde thrusting in space and you want to come into circular orbit, it's most effective to thrust at your apoapsis. And if you want to increase your actual weight, I'm mixing it up. If you want to increase your apoapsis, it's most effective doing so at your periapsis, because you have the most. Imagine you're just falling down towards Kerbal, so you're actually gaining speed when you're coming towards your periapsis, so your acceleration in meters per second is quicker, making it more effective to burn your rockets. Yeah, I mean we have almost a circular orbit here. As you can see, it's 50 kilometers off, which isn't, you know, good, but once again, this is what an amateur could be doing. Not making perfect orbits. I have an ion rocket, so I have tons and tons of fuel left. I am gonna be making it. Yeah, boom, there it came. So here, just, you know, switch places, you know, like a magnet pole, meaning I have a fairly close and similar apoapsis and periapsis. So I just decoupled here. Here's my satellite dish, as you can see. And yeah, this is basically it. Have a nice day, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video. It helps us a lot. And do spread the word. Yeah, thanks. So, bye, everybody.